This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Welcome to yet another 50 FPS video. You see, it looks so smooth, right? Everything looks nice until it gets too dark, because the problem with 50 FPS is that the shutter speed is also half of 25 FPS, and when it gets dark, then we introduce more noise, higher gain. But yeah, so I made this video. I thought it for a long time, and I was like, when am I gonna do it? When am I gonna do it? Okay, let's just do it now. I shot actually a video earlier today, but then I had to redo it. I kind of messed up a bit. But I will offer you guys free airport parking and charging. I've been traveling some, okay, not a lot, but at least I've traveled some lately. To München was the X-Bang event, and then it was the IAA, and then also recently went to Slovenia and Croatia. And also some people, actually there was, I think, one guy who was running, the dude, like, why didn't you just take a taxi to the airport? Well, it's easier said than done. The problem is, I can show you here. Maybe it wasn't clear for some people. Wow, it just looks so dim now with 50 FPS. Okay, whatever. I tend to shoot a lot at night when I do my challenges and so on. So here you see the wonderful, beautiful Neo ET5 Touring. Oh yeah. But we have two kids, and see here, this is Cybex Sirona T axle users, and then over here we have Cybex Anoris T2. And the kids, they love the two car seats, of course. But then when we go to the airport, okay, we didn't bring these. We borrow some, because it's like, oh man, the hassle, I have to pack this. It happened before. I packed it, I shipped it to Thailand, and then they managed to damage the Isofix base and some other stuff. Even when I put the Anoris T2, when I went to München, the box was damaged. So I'm like, dude, what the heck, man? What did they just, they treat cargo as meat, the ground stuff. So that's why we kept it at home. But practically, how do we do it when we travel to the airport? The kids are riding in here, right? If we use a taxi, they don't have these car seats. Normally taxis don't have car seats. They have Isofix. We can bring them with us, but then what do we do? Just put them in a locker in the airport? No, that's not how it works, buddy. So that's why we parked at the P10. So it was 1,800 NOK, but whatever is company expense anyway, so practically I might get away with around 1,000 NOK, you know, after whatever deductions here and there and minus VAT or whatever. So okay, so that's, you know, the explanation why. But all right, so well, it's okay. Yeah, it's blue now, so the smart charging is on. So my offer to you that you cannot refuse is I will offer you airport parking for free. It's mostly because I realized that airport parking is quite expensive. But you can park further away, yes. And then if you go for Dal and parkering and some of the other ones, yeah, but if you park for a while, it's gonna be kind of expensive. We might be talking about several thousand NOK or several hundred euros. So here you can park for free, and then you can take Bolt from my home. It takes 7 minutes to the airport, and then back again. It depends when you arrive and so on. Could be maybe twice as much on the way back at night or something, but it depends, of course. So roughly 150 NOK only for Bolt. So it's not that expensive. Worst case 300 NOK. So we might be talking about 300 to 600 NOK maybe for Bolt back and forth. But don't use Oslo Taxi or some of the other, you know, or Romerike Taxi. No, use Bolt. Bolt kicks ass for the Lord. So I'm talking about this because there is, okay, one possibility that you guys can park here while I'm still here, because I'm going to Thailand soon, 25th of November. Yeah, move over here to the light source here, so then it will be not so noisy. And then at least before that time, yes, I can shuttle you to and from the airport, but the reason why I stopped the whole airport parking, last year we had 10 cars here or something at one time, right? And also the whole grid reward thing. The gain or the saving on the gain on grid reward is way less this year. Seems like it was just kind of hyped up. First year was, oh great. This year it was like, way less. Yeah. Okay, I didn't have that many cars, but still, you know. But okay, whatever. So in terms of grid reward, no, not much. Even last year, I might have gained only 50 NOK week or maybe less per car. But it was just more for fun, you know, more for just testing it out, right? But what was it again? It was a little bit back and forth. Yeah, so while I'm here, last year, why did I stop doing it? Well, because it just became a bit tedious, because there will be many cars parked here. Some cars park in only a couple of days, less than a week, right? It was a bit in and out all the time. Some cars were arriving, and then some cars, some people, or rather, they would get back to the airport and then I had to pick them up, and then sometimes it was delayed and so on. So I had to stand by, stay put here, right? Rather than do something else. So that's why I kind of gave up on it. So I can free up my time to do something more important. But I guess if you guys can expect that you might have to bolt back and forth, then I mean, it's still saving for you, especially because I will offer you free charging. So yeah, when I mentioned the whole grid award, nowadays I don't get minus 100 øre or minus 10 euro cents per kilowatt hour anymore. I tend to get maybe like if the normal price is 8 euro cents per kilowatt hour, the grid award, when it kicks in, I might get 4 or 5 euro cents per kilowatt hour. So okay, it's still half price. Yeah, so it's still fairly cheap, but it's like then I can just let the cars camp here, like I tend to do with the ET5 Touring. I just let it camp, and then whenever a grid award kicks in, I get the lower price than the spot price. So you know, so that's what the whole idea is, that I want people who want to park here long. Those are the guys I want to prioritize. If I need to choose, if suddenly all the slots fill up, then you know we go for the one who want to park here the longest, because they will be saving the most money. So yeah, you could, yeah, I don't know, I say, and also I would say I will not accept guys who will park here only for 3-4 days, or yeah, actually I think I should say minimum 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit strict. Might be less cars here, sorry, but oh yeah, when it comes to VIP, like Valdemar or Valdemar's buddies, or Pavel, you know, or Marcus, they are always welcome to park here, even if it's just for 1 or 2 nights. No problem for them, because they are VIP. But for the rest, sorry guys, we need to choose, otherwise the parking lot here is going to fill up. But yeah, so that's the whole idea. And then you can email me. There will be email in the description. And I want to say it in the videos, and I have to email everyone. This is like back and forth. It's like, we want to make this more efficient. So there'll be a list here of what I need from you guys. So just need to explain that I need the date and arrival time at my house. But then I will, if I can shuttle you, or you might have to expect slightly extra time if you need to bolt over there, if there's a bolt available, right? But there's usually some available here. Yeah, and then it depends on you how long you want. I mean, how long before the departure you want to go. But then when it comes to the arrival time, if I want to pick you up, if you know it's convenient, then I want the airport, or what they call it, the flight arrival time at the airport, and then also the flight numbers. I can check whether it's delayed or not, or even check the flight radar 24, right? So at least that's the whole idea. And I also need to know if you want to charge, because I also offer you free charging here, and free parking, of course. So first, how many slots do we have? Yeah, I tend to park a bit away from the house, because we open the door wide when we take the kids in and out. But if you guys don't do that, then you can park closer to the house. But then maybe be careful if there could be some snow falling down from the roof, right? But at least there should be space for 3 cars here. But then during winter, there might be a bit snow, so, you know, because I will offer you charging, like unattended charging while I'm gone, while I'm in Thailand. Yeah, it's like I'm announcing when I'm going to be gone, right? But all the thieves, they're going to come here, break in, well, go ahead. There's nothing there. I have an old, like, 10-year-old, well, actually more longer, maybe 15-year-old Samsung TV, yeah? There's nothing here. There's just pretty much a, you know, depth here. I owe people money. Shit. Okay, but we have one easy. This is easy home, 11 kilowatt with a Metron cable. Oh yeah, I have a discount code now for Metron cables and adapters. You can use my Teslabjorn link, or code, I mean. Then you get 10% discount. Yeah, awesome. Okay, but so 11 kilowatt, perfect for Teslas with high vampire drain. No, actually, this Neo ET5 touring, after 9.5 days in Croatia, Slovenia, I parked with 95%, and I came back and I was like, 90%? The heck, has the car been mining bitcoins? I didn't get any software update during that time, so I don't know what the heck the car is doing. Okay, but yeah, so you can park. Okay, here's the thing though. Here, don't park here. This is grass, you know, so don't mess up that. But at least here, you can park quite tight, and I think 3 or 4 cars in width here. Plus, okay, you must be able to go in and out. But then also some cars over there. And then over here, no problem, you can block the entrance, but you just have to, don't block for other cars, because I will put a camera there, so I'll be watching even if I'm in Thailand, right? And it's actually legal as long as I point the camera towards my own property. But actually this road here is not owned by the municipality, it's privately owned. So technically I'm also allowed to film or record, you know, over here. But okay, I'm not gonna be too strict, but you know, just for my own safety and for you guys' safety, that's the thing. So yeah, so but also while I'm gone for 2.5 months, it might be some snow here, ice and all that, right? Well, usually there's no problem getting up the slope here, but there might be snow, but I have a solution for that also. I'll show you here. I'm gonna move it closer maybe for you if you need it, but it's more like selvbetjening, which is that here we have, you see, now it's where the 50 FPS is poor, because now you guys don't see she. Let me switch now. Yeah, this is better, but now you can actually see something here, but it's a snow shuffle thing. Yeah, so I can move it closer to the entrance area here, so you can just help yourself dig out your car, or if you arrive and there's a slot that is full of snow, then you could dig it out, but just expect extra, you know, for that. But I'm also gonna check. I mean, when you tell me beforehand, I can check on my camera, right? And I can tell you, okay, it's clear, or it's like, I can send you guys a screenshot, so you know roughly what to expect. But I mean, climate change is here, so it's not gonna be that crazy snow, right? Wait, let me switch back to 50 FPS. But okay, back to the whole charging. So I have actually plenty of charging. I just don't wanna charge all the cars at the same time. I wanna try to limit to around 10, 15 kilowatt peak or kilowatt hour per hour, right? So I don't get too hard on the power tariff. But okay, so one car can charge on the Type 2 there. We also have 2 Shukus, but if 2 cars pull 10 amp each, they're gonna blow the fuse. So please don't do that while I'm gone. There's no problem. I mean, it's not gonna affect me. It's more like you guys won't be able to charge here. So if you have app support, you know, you can, okay, I will tell you that, okay, and you can charge now. And then eventually, once this is done, then you can charge something like that, you know. So in case we need all the plugs, but ideally we want to use a Type 2 first before we start eating on the Shukus. But also in the garage, what I can do is I can slap down the cable outside here, right? That's also another easy, 11 kilowatt. And we also have another Shuku here we could use in case we have lots of people who need charging. And the same on this side. So, and another Shuku there. So, I mean, we could get, let me see, 3 Type 2 and 3 or 4 Shukus. Or let's say at least 3 Shukus, right? So, that should be plenty for people who wants to charge here. And then you have the freaking Maxus e-Tron 9 right now. A freaking beast, 5.5 meters long. And it has 5-star in the Euro NCAP. Very important to list that. And it can pull 3,500 kilograms. Wait, only 430 kilometers of VLTP. It has 102 kilowatt hour battery, but it's a beast, man. Yeah. And then also, what the fuck? Yeah, here's the Fox. okay, whatever. The Fox is here. So, yeah. So that's the whole thing. I just explained to you guys now in the video, so I don't have to individually explain to all of you guys who contact me on the email about this. But I offer this free charging and free parking, and I will just control at least I can control the EC from Thailand, right? But then when it comes to the shukos, I don't have any control over them. So technically someone could come over here and steal electricity from me. That's pretty much what you can steal here. Everything else here that has no value. Yeah. So yeah. So I think that's it. Yeah, so a little bit more practical information. So yeah, while I'm gone then, you need to help yourself. I cannot pick you up or deliver you. And then just please don't block in anyone. But I guess I will be watching, but I also don't want to, I might not be able to always pay attention to that camera if I'm busy shooting video, doing Sunday drive, hammering in Bangkok style, eating some Thai food and then drinking green Fanta, you know. So, but just use common sense. Don't park too close to the edge or you might slip off. And also, if you come here with a Geländewagen, I mean, don't park on the slope there. You know, it might be dangerous if it starts sliding, or if you have a Maxus. But I mean, yeah, it should have plenty space. Like here along. Well, actually, we can block in the garage. And also another thing, I think I need to get all the cars or most of the cars out of the way by the time I'm back. But that's going to be 9th of February. So I'll be gone for 77 days, right? But at least while I'm gone, you could park at least 2. Well, actually, I'm not sure how we should park. I think they should be parked like lengthwise here, right? Not like this. But then that's not going to work. Then it's too tight. Yeah. So at least 2 cars lengthwise here. And maybe another car in front of the garage, and then another car in front of the washing room or something. And then so it sounds to me like maybe 10 cars at a time. And I will feel good that I helped someone save money. Well, we could be talking about maybe over 10,000 or 1,000 euros here, right? Total. So it's win-win. The spot is not used. I feel like it was a bit waste of space here, unused space here, especially since I also have the juice available for you guys who need it. Like if you drive a Leaf or a Soul, yeah, you should also get higher priority to get them. So I will also need to consider each case individually once I'm here. So, but yeah. So, what do you guys think, huh? Free parking and free charging, very close to the airport, prime location. Yeah, so thumbs up to you guys for helping me. And this is just a small gesture for me to help you back. Yeah, and then what do you guys think, huh? Should I use the 50 FPS? It looks nice now, right? Until you get in the dark and you're like 1,000 kilometer challenge, like, oh, we are now at Spekkerød, or maybe not Spekkerød, Spekkerød is well lit, but like we're in Alvdal and it's so freaking dark and you can't see shit, right? And then everything just looks quite grainy and noisy, yeah, like here. Oh, okay, the ET5 wants to go for a ride. Okay, no, I have to go back to the family now. Okay, anyway, that's gonna be, wait, see, there, close the gate. Okay, that's gonna be for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.